Being objectivist right now. Okay, we got past the next hour.
9 o'clock. Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
Let's see what happens after an Atlus meeting. That's a good fucking question. Let's go talk to Simon first.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Music's getting intense, by the way, all of a sudden. Jesus Christ.
Seen this? You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a party, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. That means not that.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous?
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students?
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
It does seem odd for a business course. Also, the cult stuff seems really fucking odd for a business course. Jenks has promised not to discuss this with Simon. I appreciate that that is there. I appreciate that we are doing this. I appreciate that this series of words is on my screen.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Jenks made a promise to Emma and is choosing to follow through with it, which means I mechanically cannot discuss this with Simon. I appreciate that. So let's go to Atlus. Flashlight.
Will come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
That'll be useful to get. Oh, I know what to use this for. Cause that room behind Rebecca's pub. You can use a flashlight in here now. Yeah, let's use the flashlight because it's too dark to see here. But if we go to our menu and use the red torch. Devil worshippers.
Well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Devil worshippers. I think Ryan has some questions. I have some questions for Ryan to answer. Let's try the one on the right first. Well, I cleaned up nicely. Who knows the most about devil worship? What a fucking question! Who knows the most about devil
Ask you a
worship?
couple more things, please.
Oh my god, what a fucking question!
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
You're probably right. Yeah, you're right. This guy is an occult, an occult leader. He definitely knows about devil worship. But we will ask him the questions in the order we found them.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Doesn't actually work very well.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band?
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
Blackstone?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Let's talk about the bag.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
That new selves.
Explain a bit more. New selves.
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right
Seems
time.
typos in the
What it
titles,
does,
but-
it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
Not at this stage. Let's do the theft stunt.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock
The shock
aspect
of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
No. No.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Yes, he's so broken up and sad about it. Very sad. Very, very sad about the suicide.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I've no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right, thank you.
It wasn't meant to send Rebecca on her.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I'm sure the hint will tell me to go and see her. Let's avoid asking questions until we get the evidence.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. And I'm sure nothing weird will go on in this scene.
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you.
All right, let's go ask
I'll
Lisa
just go
some
in here,
questions.
yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with
We're not asking these
Atlus,
questions, he
the,
is.
life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlus?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up. Then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlus.
In the
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them.
She still sees the homo demons.
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in, She's all wrinkled,
She's all wrinkled.
with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This was an interesting conversation. Sheila can ask her more questions. I wonder if she's ever seen this before.
What a very fragile and disturbed person, and utterly convinced that Atlus are worshipping the devil. How are Ryan and Paul going to get out of this one?
Lisa's accusation. Oh, that's gonna be a fun topic to broach with all of these people. Time to do our rounds! Let's see what the Rands have to say. Or at least Paul Rand.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Didn't know her well at all. Not at all.
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
You know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
Another toy he managed to ruin. Just the very, not even thinly, like unveiled contempt for his child.
Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon?
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I
His child does suck, in fairness, you're
I
correct.
heard Atlus had elements of Satanism on the course.
You were misinformed. We're a training company, we're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
That's fine, thanks.
That's fine, thanks. This is a long shot, but I'm gonna see if this is a contradiction. Oh my god!
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake, but that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself, And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Interesting.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Didn't date Emma. Is there another thing that we can hammer him with? Let's see if there's like a thing where he says he's never fucked with students before. I don't think we can. This once tries to date Emma will become relevant at some point, I'm sure, but I don't see where it leads to right now. Let's go ahead and see what Rebecca knows. But yeah, of course the rich asshole fucks the students at its course. What a non-surprise that ends up being.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Okay, we don't even need to ask about her about this. Let's ask about the...
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. God, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
The insurance paid out, though. It is funny the way it's like, boom, done. Except I'm going to pick this notebook up in literally 2 seconds, no matter which option I pick.
Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
As in black magic? No, why?
Atlus don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlus? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about. Why, who's been talking?
Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
I love that it doesn't actually name the person who made the accusation. It's a very subtle but nice detail.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
So... Oh, right, Jimmy. We didn't ask Jimmy any questions. Jimmy! Jimmy!
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Jimmy!
Know anything about these?
Nope.
Alright, let's see what he knows about
Do
devil
you know
worship.
anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
Have you met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa. Lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
If you can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts, you've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. But she was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she's more extreme. That's all madness is. Being blind to yourself.
Weird flex, but okay. Nothing useful
That's
here.
all for the moment. Thank you.
You think Rebecca is a witch? Very interesting. I'm curious. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, because you might be coming back to that at some point. Oh, everyone thinks the stoners are devils. No, they're just fucking stoners. He's just high. He's just high, I'm sure.
A few more questions, please.
Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlus.
Devil worship at Atlus? No, there's none of that.
Just doesn't believe it at all. Okay.
Be back
Emma,
later
what
on,
are
if
your
that's
thoughts
okay.
on devil worship at Atlus?
Do you know anything about these?
These.
Nope. Sorry.
Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlus?
Devil worship? No. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
I don't like Atlus, but like, let's
Thank you.
be real here.
Probably be
They're
back
just
later.
dumbasses. They're not the devil. What Emma says to us. You haven't asked Ryan about Lisa Bint's accusation. Guess we should probably ask her about that. Unfortunately, Paul being horny is not a clue, so we can't ask her. Also, she's the one that told us that Paul was horny. Well, she's the one that gave us the clue that let us make the conclusion.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Let's talk about Lisa.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlus obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you
She
are saying
says-
there has never been any devil worship at Atlus?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about.
Oh,
I certainly don't
we
recall
get
anyone
to
ever having
contradict
worshipped
this
the devil
fucko!
at Atlus. We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it. It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
Doesn't know anything about devil worship despite the fact that he studied the occult when he was a teenager! Fucko, I got you! Probably won't do much, but I got you! Into the scrying mirror. Got you!
So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlus, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlus course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This. We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Oh, touch wood, so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
Would it be a problem if they were devil worshippers? It depends on what kind of devil worshippers they are. Like, if they're the funny, ha-ha, religion is goofy kind, then no, not really. But if they truly are like some evil, heinous shit, then yes, it would be a problem. It depends on the degree. Hold on, let me just see. I'm just making sure that we don't have anything we can immediately use. I don't believe this is a direct contradiction. No.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Okay, it's time to make the rounds, I guess. We got a new clue. Time to ask every fucking person in the lane about it.